What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Baltimore Orioles franchise here on MLB The Show 21. Before we kick off this video, I would like to thank you all for the support on the first episode. Whether you are a longtime subscriber or a new subscriber, I really do appreciate that you guys are super excited for this series because let me tell you, I'm super excited for it as well. So the plan was I would kick off actually getting through the start of the season once I found a roster I liked. And I still have not been able to do that because I still cannot download rosters off the vault. I know I'm not the only person with this issue. Hopefully MLB The Show fixes this bug pretty soon. But I am still starting the series off. Once that bug is fixed, hopefully within the next couple of days, I will be downloading a roster that I like and restarting the series. But the results in today's episode will still be important because I will be carrying over the results of the games in today's episode into the new save file. Although the stats won't save, I will make sure that the wins and losses are the exact same, so the results of these games are important. But without further ado, let's get right into it. We're going to get through the first two series of the season today. I plan on going pretty fast, especially here in Season 1, but until I find rosters, I'm going to go a little bit slower, so that's why we're only going to go through 6 games today. We're going to play opening day here at Fenway Park against the Boston Red Sox. The 2021 Major League season is finally here as it kicks off for our Baltimore Orioles, and the rebuild starts today. On the mound for the Red Sox will be Chris Sale, who did not pitch last year after suffering Tommy John surgery. This is his first start in over a year, so it'll be interesting to see if he still has gas left in the tank. Jahmai Jones leading us off here, and the MLB The Show 21 Orioles franchise officially kicks off with this pitch. A high fly into center. It's caught by Alex Verdugo for the first out of the inning. 2 away now for Ryan Mountcastle. A 1-2. It's a weak dribbler. Sale will roll over to it. The throw to first is offline. Mountcastle still on his feet. He's headed for second. So that will be an error on Chris Sale. And Mountcastle is now in scoring position with 2 outs. We'll see if that bad defensive play bites the Red Sox in the butt, and it looks like it will. Trey Mancini in his first at-bat since his diagnosis and recovery from cancer with a single into center. Mountcastle will score, and the Baltimore Orioles are on the board, courteous of an RBI single from Trey Mancini. Welcome back to the lineup, Trey. Baltimore takes a 1-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the first. John Means, the ace, is on the mound here for the O's. Had an okay season last year, the ERA a little bit high, but he did have a sub-1 whip. First batter of the game for Boston, it's Xander Bogaerts with a bomb over the Green Monster, and the Red Sox immediately tie it up at 1. No shortage of offense to start this game off for either team. A beautiful home run from Xander Bogaerts, and this game is knotted up at 1. Here's Alex Verdugo now with a single into right. So the Red Sox with their first 2 batters aboard, and it seems like this Boston lineup is really clicking early. J.D. Martinez now, who struggled last year, rips a single into left, and the Red Sox now have 2 runners on with no outs. This has been a disaster of a start so far for John Means. Hunter Renfroe is now up 3-2. It's an outside curveball for ball 4, and with 1 out, the bases are loaded for Kike Hernandez, the longtime Dodger. He gets fooled on the changeup. That one was definitely outside, but he is caught chasing, and now the Red Sox are probably going to need a base hit to drive in a run. Here is Bobby Dahlbeck, a very talented young player, grounds it to short. Galvis flips it to second over to Valaika, and the Red Sox leave them loaded. They do score 1, but I think they would have liked more there. Let's go to the second inning now. Chris Sale fools Pedro Severino on the slider. That'll be the second out of the inning. Nice pitch from Sale. Austin Hayes now up at the dish. Count is 1-1. Hayes with a weak grounder. Sale this time will make up for his mistake in the previous inning as he gets the out. Nice 1-2-3 inning from Chris Sale. Let's go to the bottom of the inning now. There's Christian Vasquez, the catcher. He's just a window shopper because he's just looking. Second K of the day for John Means. Bogaerts now 1-1, grounds this to second. Pat Valaika makes the play. So a good inning here for both pitchers. 1-2-3 for Sale and Means. Top of the third, Orioles starting things off with a base hit. It's a single into center for the shortstop, Freddie Galvis, and Baltimore has a runner on. That'll bring up Anthony Santander. Rips this one into right field, and it will drop for extra bases. Santander rounding first, headed to second. Galvis on his horse. The play at the plate, it's going to be close, and it is not in time. Freddie Galvis is safe, and the Orioles will take a 2-1 lead. A big RBI double from Anthony Santander. An excellent slide by Galvis, and Baltimore is back on top. That will now bring up Trey Mancini. Santander at third, the 1-2 pitch, and they say he went around. It definitely looked like Trey Mancini did a good job of checking his swing, but Angel Hernandez says otherwise. Bottom three, Rafael Devers swings way too early at the slider. Seems like John Means is starting to pitch a lot better. He had a pretty poor first inning, but the past 2 innings, he has looked quite good. O's lead it 2-1 through 3. Let's advance to the fourth now. 2 outs here for Pedro Severino. The count is full. This one is hit high and pretty deep. Into right center field, at the track, at the wall, it's gone. Solo shot for Pedro Severino, the first home run of the season for the Orioles, and Baltimore is now on top 3-1. I think Severino understands the pressure of having an elite prospect in Adley Rutschman behind him in the farm system. It's only a matter of time before Adley becomes the starting catcher, so hopefully Severino can keep playing well, maybe keep his job longer. Bottom of the fourth, Hunter Renfroe starts things off with a bang. That's a bomb over the monster, and the Red Sox immediately cut the lead back down to 1. John Means was really starting to pitch well too, but Hunter Renfroe got something he liked and capitalized. Both offenses have been making some early dents on the scoreboard, and it is now 3-2. Here's the following batter, Kike Hernandez, the 3-2 pitch. That would have probably been ball 4 had he not swung, but he did. 4th K of the day for John Means. 2-1, 1 out now for Vasquez. It's grounded to Ruiz, to Valaika, to Mancini. The 5-4-3 double play. Great defense there by Baltimore. Scores now 3-2, headed into the 5th. Freddie Galvis leads things off, and he crushes this one. No doubt about it. A solo shot over the monster, over the seats, out and left. 420 feet for Freddie Galvis, and Baltimore's offense is clicking. They now lead 4-2. This is not the prime Chris Sale who was winning AL Cy Youngs. This is not the same Chris Sale. Hopefully for his sake, it's not a sign of things to come for the rest of his career, but Baltimore's offense is looking really good. Just a beautiful shot from Galvis, who's now 2 for 2 on the day, not to mention the bat flip there at the end. He knew that one was gone once it hit his bat, and the Orioles extend their lead as it is now 4-2. Here is Santander, gets that one past the diving glove of Rafael Devers. It drops into the left field corner for extra bases. Santander currently 2 for 3 with a pair of doubles today, and Baltimore's offense is still doing very well. Mountcastle now up at the plate. Count is 1-2. Pitch from Sale, and this one will go right by him. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch from Sale, his 5th strikeout of the day. Chris Sale's still doing a good job of striking out batters, but he's just allowed a few too many hits and a few too many runs. Verdugo with 1 out with a nice double into right. The Red Sox trying to immediately answer back, possibly make this game a little bit closer. JD Martinez, the following batter now, 2-1 pitch. This one will ground into center for a base hit. Verdugo headed home. The throw from Austin Hayes is offline. Verdugo scores standing up, and the Boston Red Sox with another run. They will cut the lead down to 1 as it is now 4-3, and that will do it for John Means. 89 pitches today for Means, 4 1/3 inning. Currently 3 earned runs allowed, maybe 4 if JD Martinez is able to score. Means wasn't terrible today. He did have a few good innings, but you would have liked to have seen a little bit better from him. Hunter Harvey will enter for the Orioles. Harvey should be able to get through multiple innings. He does have the best stamina rating out of any Orioles reliever. Full count pitch for Renfroe. That one is an outside curveball for ball 4. Renfroe has reached base all 3 times today. He had the home run earlier, but he's also walked twice. Kike Hernandez now 3-1. This one will remain in the infield. Nice play from Galvis, but he is unable to make the throw to first in time, and the bases are now loaded. Boston choked earlier today when Bobby Dahlbeck was up when the bases were loaded. Dahlbeck gets another opportunity, and again, it looks like he will fail to the pressure, flying out to left. That one did reach the warning track, but Jemai Jones is able to get it. So Boston does drive in one, but for a second time today, they leave the bases loaded. One at the top of the sixth, Chris Sale still in. I'm not sure how much longer he will remain in as Rio Ruiz opens things up with a single into left center field. Alex Cora will come out, and it looks like that will do it for Chris Sale. 5 innings, 4 runs allowed, and he just did not have the performance I was imagining he was hoping for. Marcus Walden will now enter for the Sox. His numbers last year were quite terrible. 9.45 ERA, 2.40 whip. He's certainly going to try to do better today, but that isn't really much of a high standard. His first batter is Pat Valaika. Here's the 1-2, swinging a miss on this slider for the first out of the inning. Good strikeout for Walden, trying to start things off well. Pedro Severino now up. He went yard in his last at-bat, and he this time chases the cutter. It seems like the pitching change might have actually been a really good move for the Red Sox, even if Chris Sale is far more talented than Walden. Cedric Mullins will now enter for Austin Hayes. The Orioles trying to get a few more guys some opportunities here in this game as Mullins hits this one high, very deep towards right at the track, at the wall, and it's caught. That will end the inning. A very close call here. Certainly a hitter's-friendly park for lefties, and Cedric Mullins almost capitalized. Bottom of the sixth, Bogarts flies out to center. Nice catch by Mullins. A good inning for Hunter Harvey. He has done very well out of the pen so far. And the Orioles remain on top 4-3 as we head to the seventh. Freddie Galvis up. He is currently 2 for 2 today. Unable to make it 3 for 3. A grounder to first. Oh, he actually overthrew him. So that'll be an error on the second baseman. 2 errors against Boston today. And Galvis will reach first safely. So the Orioles now have a runner on with nobody out as Jemai Jones checks his swing. And the umpire will say he went around. That is the first out of the inning. And the Orioles will be unable to drive the runner home. Bottom 7, J.D. Martinez swings and misses. Hunter Harvey is cooking right now. Renfroe pops this one up into center. Cedric Mullins will make the play, and that'll do it for Hunter Harvey's day. 2 2/3 innings, 0 runs allowed. He was very impressive. On to the 8th inning, we'll see if the Orioles can hold on or if Boston can get a big comeback here on opening day. Ryan Brazier will enter for the Red Sox. Got to give credit to Marcus Walden. He pitched very well in the 2 innings he was in. We'll see if Brazier can follow that up with a strong performance. Trey Mancini goes down on the slider, swing a little bit too early there. A pinch hitter here. This was Rio Ruiz's spot, but Maikel Franco will now enter for Baltimore, and he will swing and miss on the slider. Pair of strikeouts so far for Brazier, and the Orioles will make another substitution as Ramon Urias will check into the game for Pat Valaika. Urias hit .360 in limited action last year as he hits this one pretty high. Doesn't look deep enough into left, and it will be caught there by the Sox. J.D. Martinez with the play. And that'll bring us to the bottom of the 8th inning. We'll see if the Orioles bullpen can continue to hold on as Paul Fry will check into the game. Fry had a nice season last year, 2.45 ERA in 22 innings. The whip is a little bit high, but he didn't allow runs, and that's really all that matters at the end of the day. Kike Hernandez will look at the high fastball. Pretty rough day for Kike Hernandez. He's struck out 3 times. Marwin Gonzalez gets fooled by the off-speed pitch. Nice one from Paul Fry, and the Orioles get out of that inning pretty easily. On to the 9th inning, Baltimore leads 4-3. We'll see if they can hold on and get their first win of the year. Pedro Severino leads things off with a single into center. Good performance here on opening day so far for Severino. He did strike out twice, but he also has 2 hits, including that home run earlier in the game back in the 4th inning. Runner on second, 2 outs now for Jemai Jones. He will swing and miss at a 96-mile-an-hour fastball, and that'll do things for the top of the 9th on to the bottom half of the frame. Can the Orioles bullpen finish this one off and get the win on opening day? The closer, Cesar Valdez, will enter for Baltimore. He had a nice season last year. Sub-1 whip, sub-1.3 ERA as Christian Vasquez leads things off of a walk. Tying run on base, potential go-ahead run at the plate. It's Xander Bogaerts, the 3-2. And this one is hit into center. Mullins chasing after it for the first out of the inning. The heart and power of the Orioles lineup is up here, 2, 3, and 4. That'll start with Alex Verdugo, the 2-2. He grounds this one to short. Galvis to Urias to Mancini for the double play, and the game is over. The Baltimore Orioles win it here on opening day by the final score of 4-3. A close one here at Fenway, but the O's will start the 2021 season off with a record of 1-0. The 162-0 dream is still alive. We hit the ball pretty well today. We did not score after the 5th inning, but we were solid. 4 runs, 9 hits, a pair of home runs from Galvis and Severino. John Means was okay, but the bullpen, Harvey, Fry, and Valdez were outstanding. 4 2/3 innings. They did not allow a single run, and those 3 guys are why we won this game. The Sox hit it pretty well for the most part. 3 runs, 8 hits. They also did not score after the 5th inning. Chris Sale gets the loss. He really struggled in his first game back. Walden and Brazier both did a good job. 2 innings each, did not allow any runs. So we're going to simulate the rest of this Boston series, see how we do. And then that'll bring us to a 3-game set in the Bronx against the New York Yankees. It is worth noting that the Rangers have claimed Felix Hernandez off of waivers, so the King Felix era in Baltimore has come to a close. So we actually swept the Red Sox. We started the year off 3-0. I don't think this Orioles team is going to win a ton of games this year, but hey, it's good to start the season off with a sweep. We're not going to go through every box score in this franchise series, but since I'm going a little bit slower in today's episode, I figured I'd show you guys the 2 box scores of games 2 and 3 here against the Red Sox. We actually shut them out in the 3rd game. Bruce Zimmerman was on the mound. He pitched 5 scoreless. The bullpen has not allowed a single run yet for us. Someone who I really want to talk about is the closer, Cesar Valdez. He has gotten saves in all 3 games this year, and entering this season, he had 3 saves in his entire career. So in the first 3 games of the year, he's gotten the same amount of saves that he had throughout the rest of his major league career. I find that kind of funny. The Rays also swept their first series. We're currently tied with them for first place. We're probably not going to hold on to first place for much longer, but it is nice having it now. So here we go, the first game of the 3-game set in New York against the Bronx Bombers. The Yankees started their season off losing 2 of 3 in Toronto against the Blue Jays, and this is their home opener as Jameson Taillon goes to the mound here for the Yankees. Before we talk about him, let's take a look at the lineups for both teams. Orioles mixing up the lineup card a little bit today. So in both games in today's episode, we have played against a pitcher who is making his first appearance in over a year because of Tommy John surgery. Chris Sale did not pitch at all in 2020 because of Tommy John, and Jameson Taillon did not pitch at all in 2020 because of Tommy John. Taillon is also making his New York Yankees debut as well, for what it's worth. Cedric Mullins leads things off. He beats the shift perfectly. That one drops into left for extra bases, a double for Mullins, and a hot start here for the Orioles. If that was a normal defensive play where the Yankees did not have the shift, that probably would have just been a groundout. Mountcastle now up, lines this one into right, it's caught by Judge. Mullins advancing to third, the throw for Aaron Judge is in time! The Yankees turn the double play. Aaron Judge, part-time ball player, full-time sniper. Let's go to the bottom of the 3rd. Jorge Lopez will be getting the start for the Orioles. He did not have a great season last year. 6.69 ERA, nice. And his season this year gets off to a pretty rocky start. Gio Urshela, the leadoff batter, goes yard, and the Yankees are on top 1-0. 369 feet, nice. In both games today, the first batter for the other team hit a home run. That's kind of wild. Aaron Hicks now up at the plate. This one will drop past the glove of Mullins, and it'll drop for a ground rule double. A hot start here for the Yankee offense. Aaron Judge now up for 1-1. This one is grounded past the glove of the second baseman. Santander is unable to make the play in right. That'll be an RBI single for Aaron Judge. His first base hit of the year. He did not get a base hit at all in the Toronto series. And Gleyber Torres then crushes this one into right center. So the Yankees have gotten off to a really hot start in this game as it's all of a sudden 4-0. We thought John Means' first inning was bad. Well, Jorge Lopez's is 4 times worse. The inning will thankfully eventually come to a close as Giancarlo Stanton grounds into a double play. But quite the start for the Yankees. They put up 4 in the bottom of the first, and they lead things 4-0. Let's go to the top of the second. 2 outs here for the third baseman, Maikel Franco, the 3-2. He gets fooled by the high fastball. I think he was expecting it to curve down, and it did not. Unfortunately, the Orioles can't bang on trash cans to determine if it's an off-speed pitch or not. Bottom of the second now, runner on, 2 outs for Aaron Hicks. This one is high and deep into right field at the wall. Does that have the distance? It does. 2-run shot for Aaron Hicks, and the Yankees are now up 6-0. Quite the start for New York, and Jorge Lopez will be removed from the game. Pretty disastrous 2021 debut for Lopez, and Hunter Harvey will enter as he will get out of the inning fairly easily. A flyout here from DJ LeMahieu. So the Yankees through 2 lead 6-0, and the Orioles are already using the bullpen. On to the third inning, runner on first, 2 outs for Mullins. This one is hit high and deep and a right at the warning track. It's caught. Nice play by Aaron Judge at the wall. That could have possibly been extra bases and an RBI for Mullins. Score remains 6-0. Jameson Taillon looking quite good early. Bottom 3 for Gleyber Torres. He singles into right. The Yankees now have 2 on. So maybe it wasn't a Pablo Lopez issue. Maybe it's just the Yankees offense has gotten off to an incredible start today regardless of who's on the mound. 1 gone here for Stanton. Grounds this one to second. Over to short to first for the double play. Giancarlo Stanton has grounded into 2 double plays to start this game off. That's pretty bad, but the rest of his team is hitting quite well. Yankees still on top, 6-0. On to the fourth, Anthony Santander leads things off, and he gets that one over the head of the first baseman, Luke Voit, for extra bases. Santander to second, and he is out. Aaron Judge throws his second runner out of the game. Santander was trying to be aggressive, but Aaron Judge just has an absolute cannon there in the outfield. 1 away now for Mountcastle. This one will drop for extra bases. Had Santander stayed at first, he probably would have scored pretty easily. So him deciding to go to second ended up costing the Orioles a run. But we'll see what they can do here with Mountcastle at second base with 1 gone. 2 outs now. Mountcastle at third. Austin Hayes up at the plate. This one is hit pretty nicely into left center, but it will be caught by the Yankees. So the Orioles with a couple of hits there in the 4th inning, but unable to drive anybody across. 4 shutout innings now for Jameson Taillon, and the score remains 6-0. Bottom 4 here is Thairo Estrada. If this one is fair, it'll be extra bases, and indeed, barely fair. The throw from Hayes in left is offline. That'll be a 1-out double for Estrada, and the Yankees have a runner in scoring position. 2 gone now for Hicks. He checks his swing on the 2-seam fastball. Hunter Harvey with 2 1/3 strong innings so far of not allowing a run. And he still has the stamina to probably go another inning or 2. So I imagine the Orioles are going to try to keep him in for a little while longer. Let's go to the 5th inning now. Ramon Urias is up at the plate. 2 outs, and he will swing and miss at a low curveball. Yeah, he got fooled by that pitch. 5 shutout innings now for Jameson Taillon. Although Chris Sale looked very bad in his debut, this looks like vintage Taillon and then some. Aaron Judge strikes out on the changeup. Nice pitch by Hunter Harvey. And now let's advance to the top of the 6th. Runner on first, 1 out for Santander. This one is crushed into right. It looks like it has the distance at the wall, and it's deflected by Judge. That was going to be a home run, but instead it'll be a double. So Santander advances to second. The other runner advances to third. But that was going to be a home run. What a play by Aaron Judge. Yes, he didn't catch it, but he just saved 2 runs from being put on the board. The Orioles do now have 2 runners in scoring position for Mountcastle. A bomb. If it's fair, it's gone. And it is fair. 3-run shot for Ryan Mountcastle. And the Orioles are finally on the board. Mountcastle with his first home run of the season. The Orioles offense needed to get some momentum, and they do exactly that. Mountcastle got a hanging pitch high in the zone and absolutely launched a nuke. Let's take a look at this beauty again. Just an absolute bomb for Ryan Mountcastle. Hopefully the first of many dingers this season, and Baltimore cuts the lead in half. It's now 6-3. That'll bring up Trey Mancini. 3-1 count. Mancini hits this one high and deep into right center field. Judge at the wall. It's gone. Back-to-back home runs for the Orioles, and they cut the lead down to 2. Trey Mancini with his first home run of the season, and the back-to-back home runs will make it a 6-4 ball game. The Orioles would have gotten 3 straight home runs had Aaron Judge not blocked Anthony Santander's shot. Let's take a look at this one again from Mancini. Not a no-doubter like the Mountcastle one, but it still definitely got over the fence, and Jameson Taillon will be removed from the game. Deivi Garcia, one of the top prospects in the Yankees organization, will enter. Jameson Taillon was awesome through 5 innings, did not allow a run, and then everything, as you can see, is completely crashed and burned. Here's Maikel Franco with 2 outs. Hits this one high and pretty deep in the left. It is caught. So the Yankees get out of the inning, but a big one for the Orioles. They put up 4 on the board, thanks to a pair of home runs from Mountcastle and Mancini. Travis Lakin Sr. will enter for the Orioles. Hunter Henry's day is over. 1 away for Giancarlo Stanton. He's 0 for 2 with a couple double plays. There's nobody on base, so he cannot ground into a double play this time. Instead, he strikes out. Let's move on to the 7th. 2 away for Severino, and he strikes out of the 12-6 curve. That was going to be ball 4-2 if he looked at it, but he got fooled by the off-speed pitch. Nice one from Deivi Garcia. Let's go to the bottom of the 7th now. Yankees remain on top 6-4. The Lakins will remain in the game. 2-2 count, 2 away for Judge. This one is popped up into the shallow outfield, and it is going to be caught by Maikel Franco. 2 shutout frames from Travis Lakins, and the Orioles remain down by 2 headed into the 8th inning. The top of the order is up now for Baltimore as Chad Green will enter. Green had a solid season last year, 3.51 ERA, sub-1 whip. 1 out here for Anthony Santander, who has a pair of doubles today, and Santander will look at that one for ball 4. Santander hitting over 500 so far on the season. I know we're only 4 games in, but he has looked quite good. Ryan Mountcastle now up at the plate. He hit a 3-run bomb in his last at-bat. This one could go the distance if it's deep enough. It's going to be close. At the track, at the wall, and it's caught by Aaron Hicks. That one nearly tied the game up, but instead it is caught. Let's go to the bottom of the 8th. The lefty, Tanner Scott, will enter for the Orioles. As you can see, all of these relievers for Baltimore have ERAs at 0 because, well, the Orioles have not allowed a run from the bullpen yet, and that will continue here in this inning as Gleyber Torres strikes out. 1-2-3 inning from Scott. That'll bring us to the 9th inning. The Orioles are down by 2. They have to score at least 2 in this inning to keep the game alive. The flame-throwing lefty, Aroldis Chapman, will enter for the Yankees to try to get the save. 1 gone for Franco. This one is launched into left. No doubt about it. Solo shot for Maikel Franco, and the Orioles cut the lead down to 1. 433 feet. This one just got real interesting, ladies and gentlemen. Jahmai Jones now up. This one hit into center. Aaron Hicks gets to it, and the Orioles are now down to their final out of the game, and they're going to make a substitution. DJ Stewart will enter. Stewart is entering for Ramon Urias. I know DJ Stewart cannot play shortstop, but the Orioles needed to put in a power bat because they're not trying to get a base hit. They're trying for possibly a home run. Stewart will fly out to second. Gleyber Torres makes the play, and the Yankees get the win by the final score of 5-6, and the undefeated season will come to a close for the Orioles. But I got to give this team credit. We were down 6-0 in the bottom of the 2nd, and we did not give up. Our lineup kept fighting, and our bullpen did not allow a run. Harvey, Lakins, and Scott did a great job, but unfortunately it was not enough. Jorge Lopez just pitched too poorly. The Yankees' offense was dominant through 2 innings. They really quieted down after Lopez was taken out of the game, but it was enough to get the win. Jameson Taillon pitched really well, 5 strong innings, and then it all exploded in the 6th. We're going to simulate the rest of this Yankees series here, bringing us to our home opener against the Red Sox, and we end up splitting the final 2 games. We lose the 2nd game of the series 5-1, and then we ended up winning the 3rd game of the series, which will give us a record of 4-2. I've got to say the team looks pretty good so far through 6 games. As I said, I do plan on going a lot faster, usually 15 to 20 games per episode, where I play 2 and send the rest. But until I get rosters I like, / the roster vault no longer being bugged, I do plan on going a little bit slower. Hopefully by the time we get to next episode, the bug will be no more. So that will end today's episode. I think next time we might start talking about the minor league teams. AA does not open up till May, but the AAA team has already gotten their season started. Hope everybody enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. And as always, have a good one. I'm out. Peace.